news.
Stop the music. It's time for news.
All right, heading over into the drone newsosphere with Jeff Sills. All the news that you'll ever need about drones. What's happening, buddy?
Well, let's see. First of all, DJI, the company that can't keep a secret worth their lives, has yet another rumor that the company is developing a new drone that's designed for indoor spaces and capturing tight shots in enclosed areas.
Okay.
The DJI Avata was leaked, and its expected release is sometime this summer, July or August, according to Gizmodo. And the design is different. This one has the protected shrouds around the blades.
Right, those are called ducks. Ducks, yep.
Yeah. And also, it supposedly is going to have a photo quality which is better than the Mini 3 Pro.
What?
Greatly improved battery life, manual mode, not supported, head chase mode, vibration function, touchpad for glasses menu, and glasses that can connect to phone. That was stuff that came from Deal's drone.
I don't see all that on there.
Yeah, they also suggest that it is going to have a 1 by 1.3 inch CMOS f.17 aperture sensor that can take photos as large as 48 megapixels and videos up to 4K at 60 frames per second. Yeah, so lot of people thinking that this thing is going to be better than it is, but obviously this is DJI trying to get into the Cinewhoop frame of mind, you know, wanting to be able to do those indoor fly-through videos and stuff. And so that type of videography, if this model actually comes out, will be available to people who want to pay for it.
And I promise you this. If it sucks, I'll let you know. And if it sucks, I will dub it the DJI Cinepoop. But if it's awesome, I'll let you know too.
Next in the news, the All Nations Community School in Oak Ridge in Houston is opening up a new education program for its high school and middle school students. This is going to be investing in the STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math programs, and they're implementing a robotics and drone program.
That's great.
It's funded by ConocoPhillips and it is based off of an Innovation Award grant from the Rice University of STEM Management.
That's great. We need more of these.
Yeah, and that's cool because it's close to home. Maybe I can drop my kids off there.
Watch my kids for a while. Just drop them off.
All 26. All 26.
All of them, yeah.
All right. So the Air Force has renewed or extended its partnership with the Drone Racing League to celebrate 75 years of innovation. The United States Air Force and the Drone Racing League have announced a renewal and expansion of their partnership supporting the Air Force 75th anniversary theme to innovate, accelerate, and thrive. And the partnership is designed to accelerate the skills of drone pilots around the world and recruit the next generation of innovators into the Air Force. So the league will launch a new program during the Military Appreciation Month, which was going to be in September, I believe, coinciding with their DRL's Allegron World Championship season. So it'll be interesting to see how they tie the two together. They've got lots of, flags and things.
A lot of cross-promotional going on there. Yeah. Okay.
All right. So next we have, this one is a whodunit. So good Lord, for the freaking fly.
What's going on, Jeff?
Oklahoma. Yeah.
You got a fly in there?
Yeah, I got a fly. It's not going away. And it wants to land right here. Okay. So Moore, Oklahoma, a Moore business owner.
Don't be mean to the fellow aviators, Jeff.
No.
Right?
No,
I mean, if
they are the original drones, they're just...
Yeah, if there's you're a drone guy, and you're mad at something that's flying around in your house.
Yeah.
You're just like those people that say, stay out of my backyard.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. What's going on?
All right. So a Moore business owner out of Moore, Oklahoma is out about $15,000 in damage after a break-in recently. Lucky for him and not for the suspects, cameras are a big part of his business. So the whole ordeal was caught on this surveillance video.
I feel like that everybody has a respect for American drones. We're kind of a unique business.
But today, He's on the ground floor, sweeping up the mess left behind by thieves.
Locally, it seems like you feel like people kind of look up to you, so it really kind of hurts you when somebody comes in and breaks the window out and comes in and just takes what they want.
Hensley says around 4:20 Thursday morning, his alarm for his business's surveillance system went off. He looked at the footage and saw broken glass. Surveillance video shows two suspects in masks and gloves smashing the glass door, then making their way inside. But they didn't go far.
They didn't go any deeper than, I'm saying, 5-6 feet into the store, and they still made out with $15,000 worth of stuff. So it's like, and they went right to the stuff. It's kind of suspicious. It seemed like they had a pretty good idea what they were looking for.
This local business owner is figuring out his next steps as the police work to find who's responsible.
They better hope the cops catch him before I do. I don't want to go out and be violent. That's not right. People are going to break the law. People are going to do things like that. And you just pick up and go on.
You just pick up and go on, but we know his repair bills will be sky high. Back to you. I hate local news puns. Stop it. Don't do those stupid puns.
Speaking of high, did you notice what time that all happened at?
No, what time was it?
4:20 a.m.
Was it?
It was.
Well, they must have just been like on their way home from their job. That's what they were doing. They're working third shift.
Oh, Candace trying to trigger me.
No, stop it! Don't. No, we won't. I'll mute you. All right, Jeff. Go ahead. Continue. What's the next thing?
All right. So this one is I guess I feel good about this one.
Okay.
Recently, a federal insider has leaked documents from the FAA that Amazon has been trying to avoid federal investigations of some of its drone crashes.
Oh?
At least 8 Amazon drones have crashed during testing in the past year. Amazon has been expanding its drone delivery tests and hopes to make the early version available to customers, and they've had crashes. And the federal documents obtained through a public records request show that the company has been very slow to turn over data related to its crashes and dragging its feet through the FAA administration.
I'm gonna get Jason going. Why would a company that feels like they don't need to pay taxes would feel like they don't need to report their crashes to the FAA? Jason, your thoughts? And remember, we only have 2 hours.
Well, don't get me started on that. But I do want to point out that maybe it's not so much that they don't want to hand over the information, but maybe the investigators aren't Prime members, so therefore the delivery is delayed.
Maybe you know what they can say? They can say, you know what? We handed over all that information to you.
We shipped it.
And we shipped it via drone along with the tube socks. You didn't get the tube socks? Freaking Amazon. Okay.
Well, of the 8 crashes, the one that was the most serious was last June in Oregon, where one of their drones crashed in a field and sparked a 20-acre brush fire. So, needless to say, hopefully the FAA will kind of crack down on that now that they know that Amazon's sort of intentionally trying to get that.
I'm certain that Amazon actually sent out the information. In fact, probably in a couple days, they're going to receive 2 versions of, two different shipments of the information. It's all gonna,
it'll be redundant.
And if you call them and try to return one of the sets of information, they say just keep it.
So I got 2 suitcases.
Oh boy. Okay. So going on the delivery kick, the Royal Mail in England announced on Thursday that it plans to increase its use of drone deliveries over the next 3 years as it creates 50 new drone postal routes. Okay. The company wants to deploy 200 drones to deliver mail across the UK.
I have footage and a new policy for the channel and for TNL, okay? There will be no more vertical video, okay? So what I've done here, if anybody sends me vertical video, if there's anything with vertical video in the news, I will transform it magically into, the regular way. All right?
Yeah.
The way that it should be, the way that your eyeballs go. So I will play this video as you continue with the rest of the details. Jeff, go on.
Oh, joy.
Mm-hmm.
So the Royal Mail said that the drones will help provide faster, more reliable service to remote communities. With the Isles of Sicily, Shetland Islands, Orkney Islands, and the Hebrides are first in line. The twin-engine drone has a 10-meter wingspan, which allows them to fly in difficult weather conditions. And it has an exceptionally long range to be able to make these deliveries to these remote locations. And this is actually probably, wow.
There will be no
By the way,
more.
Jeff, I just wanted you to know that I'm actually in horizontal video. But I'm much thinner.
Landscape.
He's just got me. Yeah, he's got me in vertical here. So
Yeah. That's right. He's not as fat as you think he is. It's Ken has fixed it because I had it in vertical mode. That's right. It was in portrait mode, and I put him in landscape. Everybody looks fatter in landscape. Yeah. All right, Jeff.
Well, for the idea of drone delivery in the mail service, this seems to be a functional way of being able to do drone delivery. I'm impressed with it.
Yeah.
All right. Next in the news, the FAA approves the airworthiness criteria for Wingcopter to get their delivery drone service off the ground, so to speak. I sound like one of those news guys.
Hey.
Yeah.
Film at 11.
The approval marks a critical milestone in the certification process of Wingcopter's flagship delivery drone service in the United States. Wingcopter is a German manufacturer, and they use the fixed-wing unmanned aircraft systems to provide drone delivery services. And they do primarily medical supply chains and last-mile logistic packaging, tools, spare parts, food, and they want to get into groceries. So, but the airworthiness criteria defines the technological requirement under Title 14, I think Code of Federal Regulations 14 CFR, that they have to meet to be able to certify their aircraft for commercial operations in the United States. So, congratulations to Wingcopter for beating that milestone.
Yeah, that last mile stuff, that's how it's going to be. And, deliveries between buildings in a larger city or of medical supplies and things. There will be no tube sock delivery ever.
You
from
keep saying that.
Walmart in East Jabip, 20 miles over to my house. It won't happen.
I have tube socks saved in my Amazon app for delivery in Nashville or in his small town. I'm ready.
Okay.
The minute that
when it happens.
The minute it happens. Listen, Jeff, the minute it happens, you dig my body up and you get those tube socks to me because I would be long dead.
I will.
Here's what I think will actually happen, because I think you are right. It's never going to come to your house, but there'll be like a drop-off spot. There'll be like a place where people will be able to go to pick up the things that they've ordered.
Yes. There'll be a drop-off spot. There'll be a drop-off spot, and that drop-off spot will be surrounded by rednecks. Hey, it's skeet shooting time! Skeet, 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 skeet! Grab your shotgun. Let's go over to the drop-off spot. All right. Free tube socks. All right. Won't happen. Jeff, back to you in the newsroom.
All right. So back in 2020, GM partnered with a Detroit-based drone manufacturer called Skypersonic to use the company's drones to perform crane rail inspections at various North American metalworking facilities. 2 years and more than 200 successful flights hours later, the automaker says it's ready to adopt Skypersonic's drone technology as a standard piece of equipment in all of their manufacturing facilities.
Our primary work is actually as-found conditions documentations for our facilities, the process aspects of what we do. So we use different types of technology, laser scanning, 360 cameras, drones. We use all kinds of things to understand where the furniture sits in our facilities. We put this thing through the paces. I don't think anybody will ever tax it as much as we have.
Never.
But the end result is this thing is durable, and I'd put it through anything now. Our engineers love it, and we're having a lot of, when I say positive feedback, that's not even giving it enough credit. It's incredibly positive. The people are just like, we want more, we need this, this is what we need to really be doing, and it's great. My pilot learned in this building. But where we're at now with it is, I think it's a fully baked solution that I can walk into anybody in GM and say, here, this is what we've done. Why would you want to go anywhere else and do anything different?
Hold on a second. Let's back things up. You Eagle Eye viewers, you may notice, is that Drew Camden? Is that our buddy Drew Camden that's in that video for some reason?
I think it is.
What was he doing in there? Crazy. He just appears everywhere magically.
All right, so next in the news, a company in the Netherlands has apparently one-upped everybody on the ability to drop bombs from drones because they've created the Drum magazine capable of dropping multiple bombs.
Yeah, look at this thing. Look at a little itty-bitty bomb.
I love that.
Isn't that great? Don't you want one?
I want one.
Yeah. So this
Can we order that from DJI?
Use my affiliate link in the description. Get yourself one.
So the magazine is specifically made for mortar shells that can be mounted on off-the-shelf multi-rotor drones to provide Ukraine with significant upgrades as to how its forces can take on Russian ground forces. Whether or not the T-72 attack videos actually show the system in use, we don't know, but it does showcase the value of having multiple rounds available when engaging a single target.
Yes, so. And they've been dropping the little bombs in. Look, if you're a Russian soldier, you don't care how big the bomb is. If that thing is near you, you know what I mean? You got killed by lethal bomb. It doesn't matter. But they've been dropping bombs from drones. Here's a little bit of what they've been doing here. These size bombs, well, they'll get you. They'll get you, and if the drone's up high enough, you won't hear it. Look at that.
Yes, that's the one thing. The drones are in most cases are not actually heard by the people on the ground.
Yeah, until
Yep.
It's too late. Ha ha, Vladimir, you got blown up by lethal bomb. Ha ha.
So, Ken, would that be considered a what's the word I'm looking for?
What is it? What?
We do this thing with the military from time to time. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's a.
I don't know what you're.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're getting at.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
An exercise?
Mental
maybe somebody in the chat knows.
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe somebody in the chat.
It's a force multiplier. That's where it is. Look, if you got a force, you're gonna want to multiply that force. You don't want to go in with that wussy little force. Say you got little teeny tiny nerd bombs, right? You're going to multiply. You're going to need more than one. Because old Putin's out there. You're going to want to Putin one right in his head. Force multiplier.
All right.
Right.
So
I mean, seriously. Have you ever gone to those, like the gun shows or, like those shows where everybody is,
Show?
Yeah, everybody. There's not one thing in there. Like, say they're selling a hat, right? Like a camo hat. You know what I mean? Is that an ordinary hat? Like, no! This has a force multiplier. Because everything's a force multiplier. All right. Absolutely, yeah.
All right. So next we have some video. This comes from last November. A gentleman was near the North Carolina fishing pier. He took his drone out because he saw something odd in the water. And so John Cloak caught this footage of sharks feeding on a large whale carcass that had washed up in that area. They lost track of the number of sharks that were in the area because it was just enormous. But the footage they got is phenomenal. It's amazing footage.
Yeah, I mean, what a great little bit of nature. That's when what happens to whales when they die? Well, they get et.
Yeah, they
get et for sure. Mm. Feeding frenzy.
Said that whale meat's very fatty though, a lot of blubber.
A lot of blubber. Yep. Yeah, that's a.
Sharks don't care. They're very slimming, you know.
Oh.
So.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess that's right.
Yeah. I've seen some of that on.
All right, and the last thing we got for you guys, and this is fun because you guys will enjoy this. We've shown multiple videos of the jet suit, and it's done lots of really cool things. But this time, the jet suit decided to race up the side of a mountain. Now, this was a test to demonstrate the ability of this thing to get to a rescue point on the top of a mountain as fast as possible, and to see if it could do it faster than, say, a helicopter or drones. Now, interestingly, in the video, the jet suit is being followed by 2 drones. Now, normally, this particular mountain, because of the poor visibility, helicopters wouldn't have been able to go up there.
Yeah, what do they call that, Jason? What they call it, the ceiling?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in this case,
because it's too it's cloud covered up there. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
And typically, if mountain rescue was going to go on foot, it could take 70 minutes or longer to get up there. The route is 1.2 miles. It's a 2,200 foot height gain. And what's interesting about this is that the drones don't make it.
Yeah,
the jet suit keeps going. Even the drones fall out because they couldn't make the climb. So in 3 minutes and 30 seconds, despite poor visibility and the loss of the other drones that were following him, he made it to the top of this Lake District Mountain, which is 3,100 feet, and blew the records away. So it proves the aspect of this from a medical rescue standpoint, or using it as a rescue device. This is instrumental to be able to get to places that helicopters and even drones, in this case, can't get to.
Would this work would this work in like really high altitude? Would the jets be efficient enough to go rescue someone from, like, I don't know, Mount Everest? You know how they always get stuck up there and become climb-sickles?
Yeah, no, I don't remember the specific information about the height limit of this. It does have an altitude cap for the performance of the engines, so something like the Alps or something like that wouldn't happen. But the simple fact that it was able to get to 3,100 feet that quickly,
3 minutes or something, yeah.
Yeah, and they've demonstrated this thing flying back and forth between British Navy ships. It's gone down river basins.
Yeah, it's perfected
at high speed.
At this point, it is perfected technology, and they're finding all kinds of military uses for it, civilian uses. I don't see this ever being something that you could rent. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So about those things he's holding in his hand, are they just blades that are creating lift, or is it like more like blowing?
Those are jets.
Those are jets.
Okay. Wow.
He has 2 ducted fan jets mounted to what he holds in his hands.
So he's got like sophisticated leaf blowers he's got on there.
And he uses the jets on his hands to control his guidance, to control the ability for him to turn, and to control the lift.
And there's one in his backpack. Is there some sort of thing to help you keep your arm straight? Because get 2 chairs and see how long you can hold yourself up like that. Because that's essentially what he's doing with a little help from his backpack one. You got to be a strong person to be able to do that.
I would think so.
I've never seen a video. I mean, the early videos when they were first developing this, they had guys that had like exposed T-shirts and stuff where they were doing it with their arms. Most of the videos that I see now, the arms are covered. So if they do have something that's helping reinforce that, I don't know, but it would make sense.
Truly amazing.
You know, the very first guy that got on one of these, he had to have been some sort of a redneck, because they're like, hey, why don't you strap this on?
No, the guy that started this actually started building this because he wanted to make an Iron Man flying suit. He wanted to duplicate the ability of flying like Iron Man, and that's what started it. But when they actually got the practicality worked out with it, and they saw that the endurance, the distance, the long-term flight that they could get out of it, that's when they really started realizing there's a lot more that they could do with this. Because I don't remember if you guys remember the James Bond movie where he's getting out of the mansion and he throws the jetpack on and flies over the wall and lands next
Well,
to
that
his
was
house.
that was
Yeah,
actually that was different technology. That was actually really done, practical, and you know. But that was you could only fly for I think like 45 seconds or something.
No, that was the distance that you could fly. When he landed, he was running out of fuel. And the other cute thing about it was that show him throwing it in the trunk of the car, which the thing was exceptionally hot. There was no way that you could just toss it in the back of a car. But that was using compressed, was it CO2 gas? I forget the fuel mechanism on that one. But this one has a lot longer flight time and a larger fuel supply. So I'm looking forward to more videos from this.
If they made one in 6S size, would you do it, Jeff?
Yes, if they had one for my girth, that I could fly it, I would hands down fly one of those.
I tell you what, I would be honored to be allowed to chase one with my FPV quad. I would love to do that.
Yes.
Anyway, Jeff Sills, thank you so much for the news. We really do appreciate it. All right, we'll see you later.
Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.
We should probably mention RemotePilot101.com. Isn't it a great place?
Great place.
It is a great place. Tell us about your place, Jason.
So, Remote Pilot 101, no one has prepared more Part 107 pilots than us. And you'll be pleased, those of you who are current customers now, you're going to be experiencing version 3 and a brand new learning management system in about 2 weeks. So the best just keeps on getting better. RemotePilot101.com. Use promo code Heron18, which, by the way, Ken, I can't brag on you enough. When we search promo codes, you know me, I'm all about our marketing and everything else. Heron18 is the most used promo code. Your people listen to you, Ken.
Yay! Thank
Seriously.
you, people. I appreciate that. And you've been very busy updating the lessons too, because
there's not every video has gotten a facelift. There's 76 videos in there. Every single one has gotten a facelift. The course has gone from 9 hours to almost 12 hours now. There's just so much new content. We're always trying to innovate, push new content. Now with all the recurrent tests changing so much, we're like, wow, we just launched our new course. We need to fix it now. So we're back to that. I was just reviewing some of the stuff our writers sent over earlier for some of the content, and there's some more great stuff coming out here soon as well.
And you take actual questions that test takers give you and kind of incorporate those in the quizzes too, right? So they're actual FAA questions.
We have a ton of data on that, no doubt. So yeah, and I always share, you know this, Ken, I call them the boot camps at the end, where I share, this is a question you're going to see on your knowledge test. Let's not memorize it. Let's understand the why behind it. But just to prepare them for the knowledge test. You know this though, Ken, I want you to be safe in the real world. My mission isn't just to pass a test. I want you safe when you're out there flying FPV, whatever it is, so you can be a light and be a mentor to everybody else that's out there wondering about what this new drone space is. Even though it's not that new, but to many it is so new. We have to be ambassadors to that.
You're a shining star, Jason. A shining star. Awesome.